Do you remember America pre 9/11? You were
Oh
young.
yeah, of course.
I was young.
You might. I mean, listen, guys. I still remember that.
I went to New York City
young.
actually in 1998.
I went to New York City by myself on a bus on a Greyhound when I was 13 years old, by myself, and I went to see a family member over there, and I got to tell you, man, I remember what freedom was actually like in this country.
Yeah.
After 9/11, everything freaking changed. I mean, if you travel to other countries, and I'm sure people watching this podcast have, you notice when you come into America, there's a very strong police presence.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you come into this goddamn country, all of a sudden you know there's police. Now in Russia, you may have a couple soldiers with AK-47s and shit like that. In Israel, same thing. You know, things like that will happen. But the amount of police when you come in this country, and that's another thing that numerology shows you. 4 is the number of law and order. America founded on the 4th. That law and order presence in there. So again, we have more freedoms here in America than almost any other country. We can say fuck you to the president. We can call him a pedo, and we're not going to get our doors kicked in. That's a beautiful thing. Oh, yeah. But also, we have more people in jail than Russia and China combined, and that's because we're founded on the 4th, and this is a country of law and order as well. Freedom on one hand, law and order on the other. That's how the numerology is. America founded 1776 adds up to a 5 life path. So again, the freedom. America is beautiful.
Right.
I mean, Europe is a shithole. So
Thank you. Finally, someone said
if you're actually watching from Europe, sorry, man, get the fuck up out of there. You know, unless you're mining Bitcoin, right? But the fact of the matter is this. America's a beautiful country, 5 life path. America has more laws, more people in jail than any other 4. So the numerology is even there with the country itself.
Yeah, I'm here for this European slander. You know, I really am. And then too, I'm here for like the French slander, really, because like you're right, like they've gotten away with owning colonies, African colonies, this entire
14
nations, basically the entire just below the desert right there, that whole little section of like Africa right there.
Yep.
They control all of that. I think just Egypt alone is like the one country they just kind of, you know, it's because it's so tourism and stuff like that. They kind of
no. They had no choice but to let go of Egypt.
Right.
In 1956. The English and the French came together, and they basically took over the Suez Canal from Egypt. And then Uncle Sam said, no, we're the superpower, bitch. Time to get out. And that's exactly what they did. So that's why America, at some points in history, had a very strong relationship with Egypt, especially when Nasser was around. No, Nasser was actually a communist, the guy who came in after him.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is like take one tanker over the Strait of Hormuz, and you knock down the entire Middle East, basically. So it's not. I mean, yeah, it's really really important and stuff. I mean, I don't know if you listen to some of the geopolitical stuff and stuff in terms of like, oh my God, I forgot the name of that guy now. What's his name? I'll remember in a little bit, but basically, you know, what's going on is the United States is kind of just starting to pull out of their military away. They're starting to become, whether we like it or not, you know, they're kind of like deciding like, hey, we're going to start pulling back our military, and if you guys don't want to listen, okay, we'll just let the Middle East turn into a tinderbox, basically. And
I think if that's the case, then that means they're moving away from the petrodollar system.
Yeah.
And they're moving more toward the Fed coin to control. So that would be, if they were moving away from petro, that would be one sign that they're demilitarizing the Middle East because they don't care about it anymore.
Right.
So yeah, that's dangerous.
I mean, through crypto, we are seeing it. That is starting to happen. We see the central bank digital currencies all over the world being created right now. Like 134 countries are making their currencies right now. Some of them are actively testing it. We just had Chicago and testing a couple weeks ago for the States.
And interesting about France is Nigeria is the test bed for their central bank digital currency.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's the slave masters from Africa.
Yeah.
The Nigerians, you know, they were the ones that were enslaving other black tribes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And selling them. The Nigerians have the highest IQ in all of Africa as a whole. The Nigerians are the best scam artists in Africa. I mean,
I think they're world famous.
They're really good. I mean, there's people on IG pretending to be me. There's people on IG pretending to be me.
I was told I'll be a millionaire tomorrow from the Prince.
Of course. So, the Nigerians are great scam artists, but that country right there, there's a lot of potential there. A lot of people there, they just need jobs. You know, they're just very highly educated and they're unemployed.
Right.
So that's going to lead to criminal activity.